Hey loves! So I just wanted to shoot a video to pretty much touch on what I did today in nursing school orientation, and also probably talk a little bit about what to wear, what to bring, and then I'll show you guys the school supplies. So pretty much, let me just tell you why I'm making these videos. I pretty much found that when I was getting ready to start nursing school, well, as I'm getting ready to start nursing school, that I've had a little bit of a hard time finding videos on YouTube. There are a few nurses that I've definitely watched, like iFit Nurse and Nurse Nicole, but I wanted to find more videos because, you know, I'm trying to prepare myself. So I'm just making these videos to kind of help out anyone else that may need this. So let's get right into it. So first, what did I wear? I wore tan khaki capri pants. I wore a pair of flats, a white tank top, and I had a blazer over it, which I kept the blazer on the entire time. It was actually a bit cold in there, so I would say that if you're going to go to an orientation, wear layers because you don't know how cold or how hot you're going to be, and you'll be miserable if you're freezing in there. Also, I noticed a lot of people, some people wore jeans, some people didn't, some people wore leggings, some people wore sandals. But I would definitely say try to keep it as business casual as possible. You know, it's the first impression you're making with your instructors, and you don't want them to be like, oh, look what she's wearing or anything like that. So try to look nice. For my next day of orientation, we have 3 days of orientation. One day we actually have a hybrid where we just stay home. But the next day I will wear a pair of jeans and a nice shirt and just keep it pretty simple. So what did we actually touch on in orientation? We did a lot. We were there from 8 to 3. So we got a lot of information handed out to us. We received papers, important dates, anything that we needed to know. We met with our instructors and received assignments that are going to be due for tomorrow and then also into Thursday. And we got to learn where our clinical site is going to be, and we saw the simulation lab, intro to everybody. And what else did we learn? They talked about what we're going to learn over the semester, what they're going to focus on, pretty much like assessments, medical, meds administration, and that kind of stuff. They also said, like, you know, ways to cut down on stress. One thing to touch a little bit on grading. I think that was important to see because grading scales seem to be different for every school. And if you have anything lower than I think a 76, they pretty much count that as failing. So it's important to know that. And what else did we touch on? That was pretty much it. We're going to go into more information on Thursday. We'll meet with some of the older students and to get a little bit more of a lay of the land. Now, what to bring. And I definitely think this is important. I brought with me a binder, a 3-ring binder, and I actually read this on somebody else's blog. This woman put everything that she needed for nursing school, like anything she got before her classes actually started, into one binder. So she had her immunization records, her nursing school receipts, which you should keep for tax purposes. I actually decided to put everything into an envelope so I save everything. I kept any paperwork that I would have received beforehand, so my acceptance letter, what they expected me to have done. We had to write an essay, so I put that in there. And then everything that I was actually due today, because we did have assignments due for the first day of orientation, I brought it in and I kept everything nice and neat. And I think it was great because it allowed me great access. And I knew I wasn't going to lose anything because everything was here. But I think it's also a good idea to bring a binder or folder in because you do receive a lot of handouts. And you want to make sure you don't lose anything. Because, you know, it doesn't really look good if you go back the second or third day and like, oh, I lost my sheet from the first day. They're going to look at you like, really? So definitely keep everything in a nice binder or folder. We received a lot of things, so I didn't bring a whole punch in with me because I think I look a little crazy, you know, punching holes into it. So I have a bunch of stuff that I actually need to actually put into the binder, and I will do that a little bit later once I finish with you guys. Also bring pen and paper. You'll definitely need it. I actually heard a few students actually asking for a pen on the first day of orientation. Thankfully they didn't ask an instructor, but you definitely want to be prepared. I would also say bring a highlighter. You'll receive a lot of paperwork that has dates on it. You want to make sure that you're able to remember it by highlighting everything so that you can go and transfer it into your planner. If you have an Erin Condren planner, I would suggest you do that. Or any type of planner so that you keep your dates in mind, because the very first thing, well, the thing I've noticed from every nurse is that they said it is so important to be organized from day one so that you don't have issues later. So I would say that. What else? Oh, little tabby things. I don't know what they're called. The little stickies that you put like on a notebook when you're trying to remember like a certain paragraph. Bring that in also. So you can highlight, if you don't have a highlighter, if you want to just an extra reminder, you stick it there so you can remember to look at this. We have 3 assignments due for tomorrow, and then we have assignments due for in 2 weeks. And there's a lot of stuff that's kind of being given out to you. So if you don't have time to actually write everything down, being able to quickly highlight something or tab it kind of helps you out later so that you're not forgetting anything. And, oh, bring a stapler or paper clips. Stapler because they're going to get a lot of stuff and you want to make sure nothing gets kind of like tossed to the side, and paper clips, you know, just for the same reason. And that was pretty much it. One thing they did tell us to do is make a schedule and seriously include everything down to walking your dog. So they said, you know, you put your class, your clinical, your lab schedule, and then designate a time that you would do that. Designate family time, designate gym time. They said it's very important that you make sure that you keep up with your health, because that's, you know, if you don't have your health, then you don't have anything, and you're not going to be able to actually succeed through nursing school if you're sick. I know my boyfriend's probably laughing in the back because he's told me like 4 times already this week to go to the gym, and I've kind of been ignoring him. But I will be making the gym time. And, you know, make your own like little me time where it's just you and you have time to concentrate, where you're not studying, but, you know, time to regroup so that you don't get bogged down by everything. Because I can tell you, just from orientation alone, it was a lot of stuff handed out and a lot of stuff thrown at us, and I can see how people get overwhelmed. So if you tackle everything from the beginning and you know how you're going to handle the situation, then you won't have any problems later. And actually, you guys will see in my later videos, I'm going to include an Ask a Nurse segment where I'm going to ask a couple of my friends to actually come in and, you know, answer any questions for you guys. So if you guys start thinking of any questions, please leave a comment below and I'll make sure to ask them, and we'll make a video and put everything together for you guys. Now, the last thing I just wanted to show you guys is all of my clinical stuff and school supplies that I received. Okay guys, so here's all the stuff that I received for nursing school. Well, not all of it actually. I still have actually a whole box left. This is all of my stuff that I got for classes, and then here's some of the stuff for clinicals. And then in here is actually a box that my friends gave me, and I'm going to show you guys everything. So the first binder here is actually the binder that I'm keeping to put all my nursing school handout and papers, everything before nursing school actually starts, and important information all in one thing. So, you know, I always have one place to go and I'm not searching for papers and going everywhere. Now, here's a binder that I got for class. This is actually, I think this is 2 inches. No, it's 3 inches, okay? And I got it pretty big because our one class is actually sectioned off into 2 portions. So it's class 1, class 2, all in one class period. And I want to make sure that I keep everything in one binder so I'm not going around looking for things. I think it was Nurse Nicole that mentioned that she likes to break things up in order of exams. So a lot of times when you're learning, you'll happen to go into material that's covered for the next exam before you actually took the first exam. So if you keep everything in line with one tab and one exam by sections, then it'll make it a lot easier for you to go back and refresh yourself on the material. Then I also got a folder here, and that will be for any loose leaf paper or anything like that that I'm not including, or I don't think is really important to carry with me every day. I'll keep it in there. Then I got a bunch of tabs. You guys will probably tell that I like colors. You can see that by all the different color pens I got. So I'm going to use the tabs to break down things by exams, by sections, class, clinical, any kind of stuff like that, so I can keep everything in order. I got loose leaf paper. Got a whole bunch of pens, blue and black ink. Then I got highlighters, pencils. I actually hate writing in pencils, but it's mandatory for a lab, so, you know, I just have to suck it up. Then I got another set of pens, blue, black, and red. These little Sharpie pens, I've never used them before, but they look pretty, so I grabbed it. Then I got these pens here, the Paper Mate Flare pens, which actually I didn't even realize that I just pretty much bought 2 of the same types of pens. I bought pens for my Erin Condren planner. I don't know if you guys saw it in my other video, but these are pretty much the same things. It's just there are more pens in that other one. Here is some more pens. And, sticky notes just for a quick reminder, and then these little tab things also to help me. I probably bought a lot of things that are actually just kind of repetitive, but you know, I didn't know what I needed, so I just grabbed everything. And, you know, I'll also ask some of my nurse friends what they think is an absolute must, so you guys will know and don't make the same mistake and just buy 2 of everything. because it's a waste of money, honestly. So here are my clinical supplies. Well, some of them. Stethoscope, which I actually got for my birthday. Here is a secondhand watch that you guys have to have for your clinicals. I got this from Target. I think it was like $16. I just got a cheap watch because I don't actually wear watches, so it didn't make sense for me to go and splurge on a watch. Here is my blood pressure cuff. You can see it here, and it's actually purple in color. So I would probably splurge on a pen light and then try to make sure that you don't lose it, because you want something that's going to last you for a while and something that the batteries aren't going to die out, and one day you're at clinical and your pen light doesn't work and the instructor's looking at you like, why aren't you prepared? You know what I mean? I got hemostats. I got a straight edge and then a curved one, a pair of bandage scissors, and I actually, guys, what I actually got for a gift. So in this box, I got this for my birthday, and my friends gave me a pack of hand sanitizers, bunch of flashcards, let's see what else, a name tag holders, retractable things, thermometer, included some bath salts here for relaxation purposes, and I think this is like a body wash. They also included, what are these called? It's like an eye mask. More cards. Oh, a nursing pocket guide. I actually have another one, but they gave me this one also. Tums, because they said I will get an ulcer. Ibuprofen for the headaches that are going to come. A simple calculator, which I will definitely be using. Actually, I'll probably use everything. Artificial tears for the nights that I am sleep deprived or crying, you know. Bag. What else did they give me? A bunch of, like, the little quick notes of, you know, the quick studies. There's a wound care. There's a medical math. There's a nursing one. And actually, it looks like I have two nursing ones. I probably bought one also prematurely before I knew they were going to give me one. And at the bottom of all this, oh, also, there is like a little checklist thing, a list pad. Some more highlighters, and then also a clipboard to keep everything in. So you can actually open it up, and you can keep, it actually shows that it's big enough to actually fit an iPad. I probably won't bring my iPad with me, but I'll put in any of my care plans or anything like that. I'll put it right in there. So he gave me this Fundamentals of Nursing, which actually is the earlier addition to the book that I actually need right now. So I will definitely be using that as a reference to help out, because I'm sure not a whole lot has changed. Med-surg books, pharmacology book, care plan book, that's RN, this is like the 4th edition. Med math, another care plan book, exploring medical terminology, Student Nursing Guide to Laboratory and Diagnostic Tests, and, oh, a physical examination book to help me with my health assessments, and a drug guide. Now, I just wanted to give you guys an idea of everything that I have, and if you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment and ask me. And thank you guys for watching.